Hello. Mic is active. Everything looks good. Music is going. Got the game up. Okay. So I started stream a tiny bit later than I intended. I like to try to post on Tumblr. Yes, I'm on Tumblr. That I was streaming. And for whatever reason, when I try to include the link to my Twitch and YouTube, or any link probably, it's just like, nah, we're not gonna share your post. So I had to remake the post without including the actual links. I had to write down, this is where you can find me on Twitch, this is where you can find me on YouTube. So that's annoying. I don't know if it's just for phone version, because I usually do it on the app. If it's something that I need to do on the computer, first of all, that's dumb. Second of all, if I really have to, I will. All of that aside, welcome back to stream. Last week was crazy as all hell for personal life stuff. Wasn't so sure if I was gonna stream today, just like didn't know if I just wanted to vibe at home and not do much. But I decided, you know what? I gotta do the streaming. Streaming is important to me. It's something that I do enjoy doing, even if it's just once a week. And it kind of gets me to have some sort of schedule on my days off. At least on my Mondays. A schedule of something, you know? Anytime. Like, my work schedule was all over the place. I had to have them fix that. But apparently, if my schedule is not consistent, I am not a happy person. I only like to cancel streams, or like not stream until the next week if something comes up, or if I have plans that I need to, I guess, fulfill. I don't know. Like if I'm spending time with family, or if I want to like go do something, or if I want to focus on maybe cleaning up the house, or focus on writing, which I haven't done. Oh no. I'm actually very sorry to all the people that read my stuff because I haven't updated in a couple weeks because the next chapter isn't even fully written yet. Yay. Anyway. Yeah. I usually just, I want to keep up the consistency of doing streams for the meantime. If stuff does start coming up and I have to change the days that I stream, I'll obviously let you guys know. I am not breaking stuff. What do you mean, am I breaking stuff? What do you mean? I didn't break anything. I think. I don't think I broke anything today. Probably. I mean, if I broke something, I would probably be more devastated and I would probably talk about it, you know? Not yet. There's stuff in the game that's specifically breakable, so it's fine if I break something. Also, I'm gonna drink some water because hydration is important. Hydration check, everybody. I'm so sorry about that horrible accent I did. What do you mean, no? Listen here, you motherfucker. You better drink some fucking water or I'm sicking Mori on you. And you're not gonna like that. Also, you're usually good about hydrating, so why are you being defiant? Mr. Bug. Okay, listen here, Bugatti Rift 192. Not only, come here. Not only will I sick Mori on you, right? I'll tell everyone in the chat that you are not hydrating properly. And then it's gonna be a whole debacle. And I don't think you're gonna want that. You accuse me of bullying you? I'm gonna bully you. You say I'm bullying you just because I'm being your friend and just watching out for you? I'll show you what it is like. Mic is cracking? Fuck. I don't know how to... Are you sure it's the mic is cracking or it's just the static? Because for whatever reason with the PC tower... You're serious. With the PC tower that Maury has, whenever we're on the mic, especially when we're streaming, it has this weird static background. I have no idea why. I think someone on here that I've had in chat before was telling me that it could be something with the settings through the streaming service. I don't know if the static shows up on the YouTube stream, but I know it always does on the Twitch stream. Oh, Corna Macabre is sick again. Poor girl. Why can't I hit the button to give you medicine? Don't tell me you're dying. Don't tell me you're gonna die. Corna Macabre, please. Not right now. Holy fucking shit, you can't do this to me right now. I'm taking off the case. No. Are you serious right now? I know she doesn't live very long, but come on! Corna Macabre, please! Oh no, it won't let me take care of her. She's gonna pass away already. Link, I'm so sorry! Link, please don't be mad at me. Corna Macabre is always a sickly baby. It won't let me take care of her. Did I break the button? No! No! My Tamagotchi! Corna Macabre! Oh! She was only 6 years old! Guys! I can't! My baby! No! No! Oh. Man. I didn't think she was gonna die that quickly. Guys. No. Oh. What have I done? Guys, I'm so bad at taking care of Tamagotchis. This is ridiculous. I have to start over. Son of a bitch. I can't. I'm supposed to be streaming. I can't take care of a new one right now. I'm supposed to be playing Slime Rancher. If I hatch a new one right now, if I hatch a new one right now, I'm gonna have to be on my Tamagotchi the whole time. Cause when it hatches, it's very needy as a baby. Guys. Oh my god. When was she? Corna Macabre, let me see. Corna Macabre was born on February 25th, and today's literally only March 2nd. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Well, the thing is, it's only a baby, like, freshly... Yeah, not even a week. When it's a baby, like, freshly hatched, in 65 minutes, it'll evolve into a child and then, like, promptly go to sleep. Because the child Tamagotchis sleep from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. I'm... Oni! Oni. I'm so glad I asked. I'm so glad I asked you for a name for the next one because Corna Macabre fucking died. Oh, what have I done? This is the worst ever. I can't hatch one right now. I'm supposed to play Slime Rancher 2. Why? I should have been in the game by now, but I look over and Corn Macabre's fucking dying. It would have to wait till after stream. It would have to wait until, like, end of stream. Unless I just end up doing, like, a sit here and just chatting instead of Slime Rancher, which would suck ass. Because I planned on playing Slime Rancher. And people aren't gonna want to come on here if I'm just chatting, right? You shut the fuck up, Oni. How dare you? Also, it's spelled, you know how it's spelled. Because I've messaged it to you. Corna Macabre. Unfortunate. I'm so mad. Oh my god. Oh, I hit the... Oops. What button was that again? Frick. Oh, was it one of the numbers? Is it this one? Yeah, okay, so 5 makes me wave. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Man. Alright, guys. Should I do a just chatting until Corna Macabre grows up? Or should I just, Corna Macabre. Should I just do just chatting until the next one grows up into a child and goes to sleep? Or should I just play the game and then hatch a new one when stream's over? I was already upset that Boggle, my first one, didn't last a week. Like, he lasted a week and then was gone. And I think that's because I waited too long to put him to sleep one night. I was late by like an hour or two, which is horrible. Because I was caught up in a fucking video game. And then freaking Corna Macabre doesn't even last a full week. And Oni recommended a name for the next one, and I hope that I do a lot better with this one. Because holy crap, this is awful. Which I'm gonna have to figure out how to even say this name regularly. I don't think any of these Tamagotchis that I'm gonna have are gonna, like, have normal names at this point. Alright. And 9 is clapping. Great. You want the next one to be Angel Food Cake? I can name it... Wait, Angle? You said it... Angle Food Cake? Now I have to update my stupid information. Okay. I'll have to change it again later. Okay, let's do this again. Alright. The next one will hatch in 5 minutes, guys. And then we're gonna take care of it. So, the name that Oni suggested, which it's gonna be hard for me to remember to pronounce it, is Philithip. Fibilthip. Fibilthip. Wild fucking shit. I think I'll just nickname it Fib. Yeah, Fibilthip. I think I'll just call it Fib for short. I'm so glad that I can take care of my Tamagotchi at work whenever I'm not super busy. I usually just make sure it's good on happiness and hunger before work, and then I check on it regularly, and then I put it to bed at its bedtime. I usually work until late, so I've just been really not great about taking care of them, so they've not been great. They've not been well cared for. Very unhappy. I am a horrible parent. Everyone tells me I'll be a good parent, but apparently according to Tamagotchi, I'm shitty as fuck. This is so bad. I guess I should put the case back on. Somehow. I was so desperate to try to save Corna Macabre that I took the case off. Might crochet another case with better wings. I told Mori I was thinking of just buying a new Tamagotchi system, like a new little egg. So I'm tempted to buy a new little new Tamagotchi, just to kind of start over, but I just need to do better. I thought I was going to do better this time, and I did not. So, that sucks. Gotta wait for Fib to hatch. Could have named it Fibonacci. That's something I can pronounce. But Fibilthip. Not too bad. I think every Tamagotchi is just gonna have weird names. Bug, you said Angel Food Cake? Angel Food Cake. I hope Angel Food Cake doesn't have to be born until the end of March. I hope I do really well. I think we looked it up, and the record for the longest living Tamagotchi was like 10 years. I think. Like, they don't have, like, a set record, but, like, that's, like, the estimated how long it survived, so. Guys, I'm gonna be just chatting for, like, an hour. This is gonna kinda suck, I'm not gonna lie. Just chatting for a bit. Waiting for Fib to hatch, and then evolve into a child. Man. Fib hatched! Fib has been born. I'm really bad at this game that they play, where you have to guess which way they're gonna face. I'm so bad at it. Fuck. It's no wonder all my Tamas end up dying at young ages. I hope when the search said 10 years, it meant like 10 human years and not 10 Tama years. Because that would only be like 10-ish days. Not even. Damn. Where did you get that name anyway, Oni? Same shit, different day. Sorry, that's one of my favorite, like, I guess, audios, clips, whatever. This motherfucker. Oh, you jerk. I swear it just turns the opposite way to spite me half the time. You think I'd be better at this with, like, pattern recognition, but no. I'm also really glad that I crocheted this case for my Tama, because sometimes I accidentally drop it, and I feel like it protects it whenever that happens. I at least hope so. I would hate to actually, like, fully break the thing and have to get a new one. They're not cheap. At least not where I got mine. Which is supposed to be, like, one of the most affordable stores in the States, at least. It's kind of funny that I got this because I thought I was missing out on it when I was a child. Like, other people had them, but I never did. So I was like, oh, it's something to try as an adult. And I'm just, like, not good with it, and also it's a little frustrating. You wish you had a PC? Yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna wait until after moving later this year to get a setup for myself. Like, I have everything else. I have a desk that I can set up on. We have a comfy chair that I can use. I've got some of my own, some of my own stuff. Like, I have my own mouse and headset, and like a few other accessories. Which means I'm probably gonna take, unless I get a setup with a better camera, I'm probably gonna take the webcam for my setup. Just because Mori doesn't really use it a whole lot. I mean, we just wanted to get something that would track so then I could do the VTubing. But it might be good to get some like better lighting and a better webcam or camera of some sort so that I could do more high quality tracking. And if I have enough money, I kind of want to commission someone for a better model, or I can just keep working on my own. Because I wanted to do like the, I guess, 2D models that require all the rigging and stuff. But I looked into it, I've watched people do it, and it's really fucking difficult. And I don't think I have the time and dedication for that, especially for something that's just going to be like a hobby. Like, I'm still going to work a job, just a normal job, and then just do this on the side for fun. What kind of job I'll have in the future, I have no way of knowing, but I kind of want to improve my setup and whatnot as I go. Kind of evolve, I guess, as I go. Okay, Fib is fully fed and happy, so I just have to keep an eye on it for the next however long it takes for it to evolve into a child and promptly go to sleep. It's kind of a good thing that I have to get up. No, I don't have to get up early tomorrow. I mean, I have to go to work, but I usually don't get up till later in the day. And by Wednesday, I think it'll grow into a teenager and go to sleep later than it does as a kid. I know Oni said that they had experience with having a Tamagotchi before. It might have been like a Gen 2 or something. Because it's one I hadn't seen before. But Bug, have you ever had a Tamagotchi before? Or had like a friend that had one? Because Tamagotchis were first released in the States in like 1997. Also, I hope you guys enjoy the music. It is lo-fi covers of the Even in Arcadia album by Sleep Token. First time I heard it, it threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. Maury put it on when we were going to bed, and I was like a sleeper agent. I woke up and I was like, this sounds like Sleep Token, but there's no lyrics, and it also sounds a little off, which is freaking me out. And I stayed up for a good while afterwards, just trying to figure out the lyrics to each one. You showed Sleep Token to your sister? Did she like it? Also, I don't think I knew that you had a sibling. I don't think that's anything you've talked about before. It feels so odd when people don't talk about family or like their partners regularly, because I'm used to talking about my family and my partners. But I'll be like working with someone and they'll be like, oh, they'll like suddenly mention that they have like a significant other or something, and I was like, since when? Like this whole time? Because I didn't know that. I guess some people are just more reserved in talking about their personal life, which I totally understand. But my personal life kind of revolves around the people that I spend time with and my cats, so I am prone to talking about them. I think one of my siblings shared Sleep Token with my mom. With our mom, I should say. I don't know if it's something she was really into. I don't think she's added any of it to her playlist, at least. keeping an eye on the child. If I had my writing stuff on this PC, I would probably just start working on writing in the meantime. But it's okay. I can write on Wednesday, because I have the day off. But I will not be streaming more than likely. I don't want to burn myself out on it. I want to enjoy my days off while I can, because work's just been stressful as hell. Trying not to sing along to the music, because then I'll get a copyright strike. Even though I don't get money for this. Oh, I'm not signed into Tumblr on here. Shoot. You're playing Slime Rancher right now? Are you playing the first one or the second one? Second? How far are you? Also, I'm bad at singing, so my humming probably sounds off. Trying to remember what email my Tumblr is even attached to. I've been debating making an account specifically just for my VTubing, because mixing my personal stuff with VTubing probably isn't the best idea if I end up getting semi-popular. So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna go that far, to be fair. Oh yeah, Bug, I got a email earlier today that my package is on its way. The one that I spent over $200 on. Ugh. Can't seem to find what I'm looking for. Okay, so it is that account, got it. Oh my goodness. How you doing, Fib? Oh my goodness. A starving child. We'll fix that. It's so cute when you feed them because they eat. Link! Link, I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry! I did not do good at all taking care of the baby. I apologize. I have failed you and I have failed the child. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do better, I swear. It died. She died literally on stream. I started stream and I looked over because I had her with me so I could take care of her. And she, I could not help her. She passed away. And I was devastated. And upset. So now I'm raising the next one. I'm so sorry. You were the one that chose the name. And she didn't even live that long. Did you just... I literally just watched Fibblethip take a shit. I was like, oh, we're playing a game. And then all of a sudden, uh-oh. Also, you can thank the kind Oni in the Twitch chat for choosing the name Fibblethip. It's very unfortunate, but also fortunate for me, because I was messaging them earlier today. I was like, I don't have a name for the next one. And they're like, oh, yeah, just this one. I'm like, okay, cool. And then she freaking dies! Okay, so I will say Bug already gave the name Angel Food Cake for the next one, so I'll put Banana down for the 5th one. Oh my goodness. I'm really bad at playing this game with the child. Because you play a game where you guess which way it's gonna face, left or right, and I'm always really bad at it. I can never guess. Okay, you're happy? I'm not gonna overfeed you even though you're a child and you can't, or a baby and you can't die from it. Hey, the kind of Oni. I think someone's caught on to you. It says, one of my friends asked if the person who chose the name for my next Tamagotchi is a Magic the Gathering connoisseur, because this little guy is pronounced the same way, and then they shared a picture of Fibblethip lost on the range. A Homunculus. Oh, and you're streaming too, Link. I'm sorry I can't watch. I'm taking care of a child. I forgot what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, I was gonna write down banana. I'm gonna have a long list of names before I even reach to the next one. As long as I continue to be a good parent. I could always take a break in between, because there's always the reset button. You don't even know how they work? Yeah, I was asking Bug because I know Oni had one in the past. But I was asking Bug if they ever had one. I never got to have one as a kid. It's not that was really interested. I didn't hear a lot about them, but I think it's because I moved every year of my life until I was like 11. Sometimes multiple times a year. But I thought, you know what? Why not? Why not try and do this thing that I missed out on in childhood? But I don't know how much I like it. It's so sad that they die all the time. Like, how do you cope with that? I guess that's one way to teach kids that things cease to exist after a certain point or something. But yeah, you get these 3 little buttons, and with the manual it teaches you how to use the buttons to take care of it. I've caught on pretty quick. With my first one, I didn't take care of it that much, so I didn't realize, like, I didn't know specifically what to do. It just showed, like, happiness and like, hunger. I didn't realize I needed to fill the hunger bar, so that's where the neglect started with Boggle. But after that I caught on and was doing better. And then there was one night I was playing a video game, and I didn't realize that time had passed so much, and Boggle, with Tamagotchis, if you do not turn off the lights within 15 minutes of their bedtime, which it depends on each one, like even each stage that it's in, it is a neglect, it is a care failure, or I can't remember the actual term for it. I think that's why Boggle passed away, was because I was over an hour late turning the light off when he went to bed. But you have to make sure they're good on happiness and that they're, like, full, like, not starving. And if they're misbehaving, you actually do discipline them. And also, like, cleaning. You have to clean their area because they use the bathroom. And also, if they get sick, you have to give them medicine. Like, it is a whole thing. But yeah, I think it was just not knowing how it worked and not having one before that really tripped me up on taking care of the Tamas. And then at the time when I started with Corna Macabre, the next one, I was just all messed up, and the neglect was pretty bad to the point where it evolved into a very sickly adult. I did not expect it to pass away today after it just evolved like this morning into an adult. I know it said it had a short lifespan, but I didn't expect the lifespan to be like less than 24 hours. One of my friends that I've only talked to on Snapchat, she has had Tamas for a while, Tamagotchis of different types, and she sent me a evolution list for Gen 1, and it shows, like, if there's a bit of neglect, do you get a plort collector immediately? It depends on what you have for slimes. Do you just have the pink ones? Do you have mixtures? Do you have several in different corrals? You have the pink ones, the standards. It depends on, well, if you want to get a plort collector for them, you can. It will make it easier for collection. It's a little bit more of automation, you know? I imagine you'll get enough money soon enough to add all the other bells and whistles to the corral. I like to get as much automation as possible so then I can leave for like a day in game for the Slime Rancher games. So I think a plort collectors are like 750, right? 700 and something. Same with the auto feeders. You should be able to get the cat ones pretty soon if you can afford another corral. The only thing with the cats, though, when you get a corral, you immediately want to get the high walls and the air net. I usually wait until I can afford all of those things to get them. Or you can get the corral, save up money, add the high walls, save up money, and then add the air net, and then catch the cats, because the cat ones aren't too bad. With the Tamagotchi thing topic, she sent me the evolution chart, and the ones that have, like, that aren't in the greatest health or happiness or something, evolve into a specific kind of teen that evolves into 3 different types of adults. And then the ones that are, like, really well taken care of, turns into something else. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up a picture. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. I can pull up a, excuse me, carbonated water. Oh my god, why is this my browser? I hate that it keeps changing my browsers. Like, excuse me, I set it that way for a fucking reason. Or my search engine, sorry. Not my browser. Make default. Delete all these other pieces of shit. Yes. Delete. Ugh. Hate this. I don't know what that is. I wish I could, like, delete them forever. You know? Anyway. Try this again. Tamagotchi Gen 1 evolution chart. Did not spell that right. It's fine. This is the most basic one. And that is not the one. That is the wrong one. Where's the one that they sent me? That's it. That's the one. Okay. Now, let's see. You know what, fine. Okay. Jeez Louise. Don't mind all of my bookmarks. But yeah, oh, I'm covering the chat. I'll just cover my face instead. So, at the bottom you can see, so at the very bottom, that was the first one that I got, was Boggle, the one with like the weird hair and like the legs. And then Corner Macabre was the one above that. That looks kind of like a balloon. So I had the Selfish and Needs Lots of Care as Boggle. And then ill health and dies young was Corne Macabre. So they had bad health. So hopefully I can do better. That's not what I wanted. And Fibblethip will turn into one of the ones that has good health, which is what I'm working on right now. Which means I have to play with it. Okay. So I'm going to remove that. And go back to normal. While I play a game with Fib to make him happy. I've decided that Fib is a boy. Even though gender is an extremely abstract concept, especially to a thing that's just pixels. Maybe Angel Food Cake will be they, them. And Banana. I think Banana should also be a they, them. As per the names that have been suggested thus far. I don't know if you can hear it, but Lilith is screaming. She's been very vocal lately, which I think it's because she's in her pseudo heat. She can't have a real heat because she doesn't have a freaking uterus anymore. She was fixed years ago and still does this. But I'm not going to pay for an invasive surgery just to see if there's anything left over that they need to remove to make her stop having these pseudo heats. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. I'm sorry, Fibblethip. Your previous siblings also know that I was bad at this game. But I'm gonna keep trying. I want to be a good parent. I'm just really good at failing. I fail a lot of things. That's not... I did not say you could recommend whatever the hell you wanted. That is a no thank you. Let me find different music. Since that one is over. Let's go to the other album they do. Hold on. Sorry that there's no music. There we are. They did other albums. There we go, that'll help. Okay, maybe I need to do a different one. What was the other one? Shoot. God dang it. Sorry, Fib, but your mom gets easily distracted. Twinkle Twinkle Little Rock Star, that's what it's called. Okay, that's what we want. Is it not just an account? Hello? Want to go to the artist? We'll buy a version of Sleep Tight. Okay, there we go. I should probably save this to my library. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Are you all hydrating? Are you eating enough food? Are you taking your meds? Still have like half an hour until Fib grows into a child. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. One of my friends has gotten sick recently, and unfortunately, it's I think influenza B. So he hasn't been able to eat a whole lot, and he has soup. And Maury was like, "Yeah, you should probably eat that, even though you've been getting sick, just because you still need food in your system." And the friend was like, "Yeah, but I really don't like vomiting." Proceeds to eat soup anyway because it's really hungry. Understandable. I hate being sick. No one should have to be sick, you know? I don't think that's something that should even be an issue. I don't wish it on anyone. Currently. There might be people that I kind of want to wish it on. No one that's like beige flagged or like isn't super problematic. Only people that are extremely problematic. But that aside, being sick sucks so much. I don't wish it on anyone that doesn't deserve it. And so many people do not deserve it, especially with chronic illness. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, why have they been cursed this way? It's just awful. I can't even stand getting COVID because it's the only thing that gives me a fever currently. If I get other sicknesses, I usually don't get a fever, but that's the one that if I get a fever, I know it's that, or it has to be something else that's pretty serious. But I can't handle that. I can't do it. Being sick when you're young sucks, yes, but it feels like you recover a lot faster because you are younger and your cells are less likely to screw up. I guess I mean, I hate to say this, for like an able-bodied person that doesn't have like chronic illnesses, I suppose. Because even kids have chronic illnesses early on and they have to fight with that. But like as a kid, it was so much easier even though it still sucked ass. And then as an adult, it's even fucking worse because your body takes longer to heal. And you also don't get as much time to recover. Because you have more obligations as an adult than you did as a kid. As a kid, yeah, sure, okay, you had to go to school and you had to skip school if you were sick enough. But other than that, like, there weren't as many responsibilities as you have an adult. So getting sick as an adult really just fucks up your whole schedule. People lose their jobs over that shit. It's just, ugh. Highly doubt Link is streaming anything other than Resident Evil Requiem right now. I can just imagine her being like, nope, 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 and pausing the game whenever getting scared. Or like screaming. I could technically do a thing where I'm like watching Link's stream while on stream, but I'm not gonna fight with all the settings for that. You cut water lettuce, you only got 3 farms and only 2 slime corrals. So what all do you have on your other farms? What else are you growing? Because pink slimes will eat anything. The bunny slimes are the ones that like the water lettuce. Oh. Fibblethip is taking a nap. That's another thing with the babies. Pogo and carrots. I'd probably get rid of the pogo. I don't remember what slime likes the pogo fruit anyway. Yeah, none of the slimes have none of the slimes favorite the pogo fruit. So I would recommend getting rid of that one. You don't have to delete the whole farm. You just have to go to the very end and you can delete the crop and then replace it with a different one. I've made that mistake, and it cost way much more money to throw away the whole plot and rebuy the farm, rebuy the Nutrisoil, and the sprinklers and all that shit. So I would grow the water lettuce. There are a few foods in Slime Rancher that are not a favorite to any slimes at all. Usually if you go into the Slimepedia, it'll tell you what slimes you've encountered and what their favorite foods are. I don't know if it'll tell you in the resources tab like what slimes favor for the foods. I would know if I could get into the game right now, but unfortunately I am on Tomacare duty because I decided to restart during stream. People are popping off in the Sleep Token chat I'm a part of. Too bad I ain't reading it. This one is Granite. I don't know when asked, but I was listening to it and I was like, I know which one this is without the lyrics. I'm kind of Sleep Token obsessed, but I don't care. So, I'm scrolling through Tumblr on my phone because I was too lazy to log in on the PC. And a lot of the posts that I see on my following are from the Witch Vampire store. Love her stuff that she sells, and it's just her and one other person that run the website. And they also have other creators selling through their website, and that's where I get a lot of the stuff. At least, I'm pretty sure that's the case, because I think they design like the skirts and many of the clothes options, but they also sell like jewelry and hair clips, and I get the hair clips. I think the hair clips are from another company. Highly recommend Witch Vamp. It's literally just witchvamp.com, all lowercase, no spaces. I will say their stuff can run a little on the expensive side, but that's because they are quality made and because of like the shipping costs. Unfortunately, they cannot ship out of the US just because of the tariffs. But I have gotten a lot of stuff from them, and every time I buy something, I get at least one business card, if not two. And whenever someone compliments something that I'm wearing from their shop, I actually just hand them a business card. I'm like, oh, I have their business card if you want it. Like, and you can like find this and like other stuff that you might like. I really love doing that. I've had some people that are like, no, I just like it on you. Like, I wouldn't be able to wear it, or it's not something that I would wear personally. I'm like, oh yeah, I totally understand. I think there was one person I tried to give a card to and they said they just don't like doing online shopping, which, like, totally valid. Do not blame them at all. Or some people need to, like, tone it down on online shopping. Again, totally understand. But I love Witch Vamp's skirt designs, and also that they have huge fucking pockets. Love having a skirt with pockets, because I am the type to carry a lot of stuff on me. I always need my essentials on me. And the different lengths that they have. There's some designs that I really like, but they don't match my aesthetic or any of the clothes that I have, so I personally don't buy them, but I still think they're gorgeous. And they do a bunch of other stuff. They do cloaks, they do tops of different types, joggers, I think maybe leggings, I'm not entirely sure, socks, I think stockings, arm warmers, which are mainly just like the fishnet type. Like, there's so much that they have. Like, something for everyone, I think. Also, someone on here posts names based on certain things, and I may or may not be saving them for in case I ever want to have kids. I'm just like, oh, those are some nice names. Yoink. There's also pins and stickers, I think, maybe patches. So far I've gotten hair clips, skirts. Oh, what else have I gotten recently? I got a hat recently that says mildly haunted, which is my favorite because I am indeed haunted. And I don't mean like haunted by like life, even though that is true. Like, life is haunting right now. I'm also just haunted by spirits. The chickens. So with the chickens, when you have their chicken pen, if you go to the little thing where you first click to build it, it says you can get like vitamin grass that has like bugs in it and stuff. That's what they eat in order to, I think, grow up faster. And there's also the Vita Rays that you can get that help them like produce eggs faster. Either that or it's the other way around. So there's nothing to like actually just feed the chickens. They just reproduce on their own, but the process will be faster if you do the upgrades for the pen. Or is it called a coop? Because it's definitely not a coop. It's just like a wall with a nest in the middle. Like 4 walls and a nest just sitting in the middle. Also, if you ever... This might be a bit of spoilers. But if you ever stumble upon a yolk slime over by Chicken Nest, you want to get that and then put it in with the chickens. It will not eat them. It doesn't eat anything. It just really loves chickens. And sometimes it'll cause the chickens to lay like a huge egg. And if it's still like glowing when you break it, it'll give you yolk plorts, which are decently valued in the slime plort stocks. This probably sounds like total gibberish. Yeah, I know you're not happy, Fib, but you need to take your medicine. No, I'm not muted. I'm just not saying much. I was like, I hope I'm not muted, because damn. I've been saying a lot about the slime stuff. I was just taking care of Fib. Fibblethip. Fibblethip. Fibblethip got sick all of a sudden, so I had to give them medicine. And then they also needed their happiness, and they needed to be fed, so they needed their happiness to go up. Fibblethip should evolve into a child soon. Because they hatched, because it takes 65 minutes, and it takes them 5 minutes to hatch from the time that is set on here. So they hatched around 7:55. So add 65 to that, 65 minutes, and around 9-ish they should evolve into a child, and then I can put them to bed, and then I can play for an hour. I'm glad that I started with a standard Gen 1 Tamagotchi instead of buying the Tamagotchi Paradise they had at the store. Because I had no idea what I was doing to begin with, and then adding several different creatures to take care of onto that, yeah, no thank you. At least I'm pretty sure Paradise has it so you take care of several different creatures, because they have like 3 different biomes on that one. This is Sugar by Sleep Token, but the lullaby version. I listen to this song on repeat often while writing, just because it's inspiration for part of my fanfic. Unfortunately, I guess fortunately it's not a fanfic with anything to really do with Sleep Token aside from just their music is inspirational to like the romance happening in the fanfiction. I'm not sure, like, I haven't even really read a lot of Sleep Token fanfiction, just because I don't like the way that the lead singer is portrayed in relationships or intimacy with the reader character or whatever. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right to me. But that's what fanfiction is for, is people writing out their own fantasies about a character or personification of someone, like what they put out. Like, kind of like people can write fan fictions about actors and actresses, or they can write fan fiction about the characters they played in certain media. And then you have the fictional characters that are from books or animated series or animated shows or something. But I just don't like the way that they portray him and characterization. I can't words. That's a big word. But I also don't feel inclined to write anything that I would prefer either. You know what? That is a well-timed post. Hard to swallow pills. Content is not created for you specifically. You will dislike things, and you'll have to learn to scroll past them. Yes. I know how to do that. If I don't like something, then I just scroll past it. Simple as that. Even though I'm sure there's things, especially when I was younger, where they bothered me enough that I felt the need to say something or do something about it. I don't have that kind of energy. I hope you guys aren't disappointed that it's not a gaming stream like I had originally planned. But I had a small crisis of Corno Macabre passing away while I was streaming, and I wanted to start the next life cycle of the next Tamagotchi. Oh my gosh, I haven't actually checked if AO3 is up. Oh my god, it's still down! That's devastating. I was reading stuff yesterday in my free time, and they were tabs I already had up. One of them was to look on the stats, I guess, of my own fic that I'm writing. And the other one was a chapter that I had loaded up to read at another time. And I had finished reading that chapter and I went to go to the next page and it said it was down for maintenance. So I went over to the other tab of checking on the stats of my own fanfic, and then I refreshed it and it also said down for maintenance. I totally forgot about that and it still says it's down. So that is concerning. Because I don't think they made an announcement that they were going to be down for maintenance. And it's been, I think, 24 hours since I checked it at least. So I don't know when it actually, like, first happened. What's wrong, little one? What do you need? You're not happy, okay. We'll play a game. I'm really bad at this game, I apologize. Just like me in real life. I swear. Really just does not want me to win. Okay. Fibblethip should be evolving into a child soon. Let me open up the game. Oh. And Fibblethip is asleep. Okay. Okay. It's finally game time! This is what being a parent must feel like. Okay, so we have the cat phosphorus. No, baddies. Baddie phosphorus. And the cat bunnies. And then the anglers. So that's what we've got so far. Hello. What food do I give you? Ah yes, the chimkins. And you like fruit. And you also like chimkin. Oh, the yolk slimes. Oh, yeah, I forgot I could just put them in here. Yes. Okay, so why am I growing these? You also eat meat. What am I doing? I don't know why I'm growing the heartbeats now. I guess to save them for something. I mean, they don't have a favorite, so did I unlock one of these areas? Because I have the money to do that, I think. Methinks. Yeah, the den. So I can move the bat phosphorus and maybe the anglers in there? Okay. But I don't have the money. Excuse me. I do have the money. But not all of it. Okay. So how is it that I'm growing all this stuff? They only eat fruit. Where the hell am I getting their fruit from? Oh, pff, of course. You broke. As in, like, no more money broke? 'Cause same. Okay. So I need to sell the plorts. So then I have more money, so then I can transfer these guys over. Gotta be careful, but don't accidentally release. So yeah, you put the yolky slimes in with the chickens. Did someone escape? I hope someone didn't escape. That would be problematic. Okay. High walls. Internet. Yes. Okay. And it's gonna take a while to transfer them because they're all Largos. So I have to take them one by one. Super fun. I also need to build a corral there. So let's grab these. Yep, okay. As long as I'm holding on to it, it shouldn't disappear. Well, I think because it's a hybrid, it'll be fine. Okay. Because I think in the daylight, the phosphorus slimes disappear. But because it's a hybrid with a baddie slime, then it's fine. And then the ringtails turn into statues. There you go. So they also need to go in there. Which I can feed them whatever. Of course I chose to put these ones all the way over here. The furthest away from the area they need to go to. I like that the slimes that are kind of flatter make the trill sounds because it's fucking adorable. So like the puddle slimes, the lava slimes, and the yolky slimes make the cute little trill sound. And they cannot be turned into hybrids as far as I know. That would be interesting. I feel like being a hybrid would be problematic for those types because they all have very specific functions. Like, the lava slimes have to be in the incinerator, and then everything you incinerate is food for them, for the plorts. The yolky slimes just hang out with the chickens and aren't fed anything. And they cause the chickens to have giant eggs that you can then use for the plorts. And then the water the puddle slimes hang out in a little pond that you can make for them, and they make plorts because they consume the water. Okay. So turning those into hybrids would probably mess up their functioning, I imagine. Like, I feel like having a lava yoki slime in with the chickens would cause issues. Maybe that's just me. Okay. Put some more in here, just to keep you guys occupied. Need to grab your toy. And then I need to start a garden in here for them. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you with it. Yeah, 750. And then, how much is it for? Oh, I have enough for the garden at least. Okay, cool. And then in the meantime, I can put the ringtail slimes in this area, because then they won't turn into stone during the day. So you make sure they have food. So you make sure they aren't getting... See, they make that little look, and that means that they'll eat food even when they don't need it, and then they won't produce plorts. So, they don't have favorite food. So they have to be on a strict diet, essentially. Very mischievous. Okay, they're happy. Alright. They're good. Gonna have to collect these so they don't spoil. I am glad I've played in my personal time just to like further understand the game and how things are collected, because they are collected differently than in the first version of Slime Rancher. Like, I remember in Slime Rancher 1, you had to make these drills and then put them in the different areas to like collect certain resources, and that's not the same with this one. See, here's the egg. Boom. Plorts. And I accidentally picked up the chicks. Those are the only kind of chicks I can pick up. That's not true. My girlfriend would probably slap me. I mean, not hard, but like, in a how dare you say that about yourself way. Okay, you guys also need an auto feeder. But I don't have enough money for that, so we're just gonna put these guys back. You guys have an auto feeder, so we're good. Good on that front. So you have to go to different areas to get different chickens, right? So like the standard chickens are pretty, yeah, the standard chickens are pretty, they're right there. I can show you the area where I get the stony hens. You have to go over to where the cat slimes are. They usually spawn over there. And then you'll just make another coop and then throw them in there with a roostero, and then they'll start reproducing like the other ones. So I don't think they start over here just yet. No, these are the regulars. Okay. So over here, there's a regular one. Here's one. Here's one right here. So they spawn in this area with the cat ones that spawn. So they're really close to the first warp gate. And that's where you can get the stony hens. And then in order to get the seed hens, the seed chickens or whatever they're called that I have, you have to go through, which one is it? I think you need to go through the warp gate over here. And then you have to go into like the danger zone and they spawn there, I think. But that's how I got mine. I'm screwed if one of those lucky cats spawn. Because I don't have a chicken to feed it for coins. Oh my god, stop calling me! I know we're friends, but like, leave me alone. Do you have information or just gifts? Victor. Ah, Beatrix, I was cleaning out the lab and found this. Perhaps you have some use for it? I believe it's still in working order. You know what they say, one person's trash is another person's hastily issued gift. Enjoy. I agree, the spontaneity scares me too. And then Ogden. Hey Amiga, I got you a little gift. It's not homemade, but it's not pie. Sorry, it's not homemade, and it's not pie, and it's not a homemade pie. But I thought you would like it all the same. Shame about the pie, though. I don't need the hydro turrets, because I have the tar slimes turned off. Misbehave. Misbehaving children. Oh, I have enough for the, auto feeder. You do have to check regularly, unfortunately, because it'll run out when you're not looking. I also like to put it on the lowest setting because I don't have a lot of slimes per corral. And we'll collect all of these. Not you. This is why we afford the port collector. Because when the Gordos are here, they are in the way. Or not the Gordos, the Largos. Sorry. Right? Yeah. Gordos are the ones that you have to feed to the point of explosion in order to unlock areas. Gib. Okay. Part of my bracelet keeps tickling my arm, and I keep thinking it's one of the box elder bugs that have invaded the house. It's like bothering me. I love my bracelets. Like, because I'm always dealing with the box elder bugs crawling on me. I know, gross. I just like instinctively have to look. But how did you get out? That's not what I wanted. Get in there. It's like, how far did that one go? Because I wasn't paying attention to where I shot it. Egg. Should probably break these outside. Shit. Should break them outside of the coop. But it's fine. Slimepedia. Like the painted ones. I don't have the painted ones yet. Resources. Yes. So it shows any of the foods that you've experienced, or, well, with the foods you have to suck them up in order to get the information. It'll tell you which ones are favored by what. Keeping too many chickens in close proximity makes them anxious and egg production will come to a halt. And then these are favored by none. They're the ones that get old. So yeah, it has a lot of good information. You know what? No, never mind. I was gonna put them in there and then I realized I already had some in there. Could have been bad. I might ask my boyfriend if I could stream a little bit longer because I had to take care of Fibblethip. Although he probably has plans to game, so I shouldn't impose on that. Okay. Sleep time. Why are you so bad at this, dude? Just eat. My goodness. Okay, they need more. Oh boy. So we need to start collecting the Roosteros. Why is my phone exploding? Hello? Oh my goodness. I love it when my phone is so slow that I can't do anything. Okay. Ooh, that is expensive. We'll at least get that. That'll be good. Wait, which ones was it? The hunters, right? Yeah, hunter slimes. Gotta start saving up the Roosteros for them. Okay. Hi! Welcome back, Dane Rumir. I am so sorry if I keep ruining that and I keep messing it up. I wish I could put the slime in there and save it for later. So stream went a little off plan for today, but it's totally cool. Stop doing that, mister. I do not need any more escape artists. I am doing mostly okay. I started stream and was just chilling and talking to people, and then all of a sudden my Tamagotchi died, so I had to restart. So for like the first hour and a half of stream, mostly just like an hour, I was taking care of the new Tama. I was devastated. I did not realize it was going to pass away that fast. It literally just turned into adult, I think earlier today, and it's just gone. This is my first time ever dealing with Tamagotchis. Yeah, I had to wait until it grew into a child and went to sleep. But no, the Tamagotchi I had didn't even last a day because it's the one that's really ill and dies. Shoot. The first one I had lasted a week and then he passed away, so then I reset it and I got the second one and she didn't even last a week. I have the Gen 1 handheld. Why are you? Oh, you guys are hungry probably. You better not. I have the Gen 1 handheld. I bought it from a retail store. They do not do the connection thing. Can you stop it? Shut up and eat your food. Stop escaping and eat your food. My gods. I don't even have the money for an auto feeder. This is my fault. Sorry, I'm distracted by the game. But it's a Gen 1 that I had gotten at a store for over $20, which they probably weren't even that expensive. They also were selling the Tamagotchi Paradise, but because I'd never played it, I did not want to delve that far into it. Just wanted to be safe. Which apparently is a good thing, because I'm really bad at taking care of Tamagotchis, from what I've experienced thus far. But yeah, I had it with me so I could take care of it until bedtime, until it went to bed, and it just promptly passed away. So I had to spend the stream just chatting and taking care of it until it went to bed. Both of my Tamas, the first one was named Boggle, the second one was named Cornamacabre. They both had poor health when they evolved, so they evolved into the ones that usually come out of, that usually evolved from having poor health. Unfortunately. And then the one that I have now, I'm hopefully gonna stay on top of it enough that it doesn't happen again, and then I actually get a different type this time. I could always tell they were gonna turn into one of the 3 that have poor health when it turned into a teenager, because it has a distinct look to it at that point. It's just really unfortunate, and I feel really bad. I feel like I'm really bad at it. I never had one as a kid, so I went into it pretty blind. Early Tama models are extremely needy compared to later models. Oh, really? So if I had a later model, it probably would have been fine, huh? I might... like, I'm gonna have this one for a while, and I'm gonna just keep getting Tamas out of it. Like, just keep doing different ones, or like, do my best each time. And then, maybe later on, if I feel like it, I'll get maybe a Gen 2, or I'll try one of the other ones. Maybe not Paradise. I feel like Paradise is like way too much. Because it has several different... does it have several different Tamagotchis that you can get, and then like different biomes and stuff? I feel like that's a lot to take care of. I can do that in video games, but on like a little handheld thing, I don't know. Especially because you can't pause it. At least I don't think so. You didn't have one as a kid, but you got one about 3 years ago. Yeah, I never really... I don't think I knew about them much as a kid, or I just didn't show interest in them. We also didn't have a lot. So... it was something that I've seen a lot of people getting into recently. They're like, oh, it's like our childhood is back. And I was like, okay, well, I never experienced it, so I wanted to try it out. And it just hasn't been going great for me. I mean, it's been nice so far. It's a new experience. And I feel like as a kid I probably would have gotten like tired of it. I would have probably gotten a little frustrated. Paradise has a lot of different Tamagotchis to evolve. Yeah. One of my friends got the Paradise one. And was like telling me about it. And I was like kind of jealous because it's all colored compared to the one that I have, because I have the standard Gen 1. But I also feel like starting from the beginning and then going from there is pretty valid. Especially for a first timer like me. But yeah, it's been a fun experience. I look forward to continuing my Tama journey. I'm really glad that you don't have to get a new, like, handheld, oops, not what I meant to do, every single time, or sorry, a new handheld to get a different evolution, that it's actually based on the care you give it. Because if I was going to get the same one every single time, no matter what I did, I probably would end up getting another one. That is a very common business model, I guess, for stuff like that nowadays. Like with the Webkins and stuff. Like, you always have to get a new one. You can't have your account forever if you only have one. That sort of thing. But, hi Bug! Prices, you would probably like the Uni since it focuses on one that you raise, but you can dress it up and it has more of a connection with the Tama than the Paradise. Price is a bit higher, but since the Paradise came out, I've seen the price dropping, especially for the pink one. The pink one. I'll have to look into that one. I thought that one was pretty interesting, and it had some Tamas that I feel like I would be interested in. That would be really cute. I like the more interactive stuff, but I think it's also good to, like, I'm experiencing it as it was originally, you know? Like, the first time it was released into the States, it was the Gen 1 with, you had to play with it by light because it doesn't have any light to it. It's not colored in any way aside from the case, the outer case. Like, I think that is something that is unique to the late 90s, early 2000s kids. It's the kind of games where you had to play it by light, because it didn't have its own inner light to the system. You want to get a Tama now? I mean, you know where I got mine. But if you want to look for one somewhere else online, I would recommend it. The Uni is great. I went straight to the color Tamagotchi models, but I do want to try one of the black and white older models. I would recommend it just to see the difference. I do want to go to the colored ones eventually, but right now I'm just going to stick with what I have, because taking care of two at once sounds insane. Sounds like a bad idea. I will say, if you do want to get into Tamagotchi, it is definitely a rabbit hole. I imagine it is. Okay, so I do have Tumblr, I will admit. I don't know if that's controversial or anything, but I started getting more interaction on my page than I've mostly seen before when I started posting updates about my Tamagotchis. Stop! Stop! Need one of those. I don't have enough now! Okay, hold on, I'll get enough. I did not realize that it was still a very much alive, I don't want to call it a fandom. A hobby? Maybe not a hobby either. I didn't realize that the people that enjoy Tamagotchi were very much still active. Like, I know my friend has Tamagotchis. She was actually the reason why I crocheted a case for mine. Was because I would see hers and it was very cute. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make a case for mine, but I'm also gonna add a little bit of my own flair. But yeah, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do cute little Tumblr posts on, like, my first Tamagotchi. And it was about my first one, Boggle. and I was getting a lot more interaction on my page than I had seen before, and I was like, oh, interesting. I had no idea this even existed. I had no idea there was like a whole fan base for Tamagotchis on Tumblr. Not mad about it at all. And honestly, I am totally cool with it because it means I'm getting into something that I could have as a child, and I'm experiencing it as an adult when I have more readily available resources. Like, imagine, because like you said you didn't have one until recently, not having a Tamagotchi, right? And then as a kid, you're just kind of thrown into it, and the only way you know how anything works is the manual, or someone who's had one for a while giving you advice. I'm so glad I have the internet to look to for help and to like look up stuff about Tamagotchis. What aisle? It's in the toy aisle. I think the toy aisles are different for each store. It should be with like, oh god, what is it? It should be with like those little like, have you seen the little axolotl toys that like swim in the water, and like the turtles that swim in the water? They're like the little ones in like a clear case that you can buy. I should be with those toys if the modules are the same as the store that I go to. Okay, you guys are happy, so that means you're not starving, so we're good on that front. But yeah, absolutely the toy aisle. I can't guarantee they have the Gen 1 Tama at the store you're going to, Bug. They might have the Paradise, which is more, I feel like, more demanding, but if Dane knows anything, which I imagine they do, Paradise might be easier than what I thought. Also, I hate to point it out, and I hate to be that person, but you spelled the wrong aisle. It's okay. I've done stuff like that too. It's not a problem. Don't be embarrassed. What do you mean you quit? Because I pointed out a mistake that you made? That's weak. You shouldn't quit just because I did that. You're stronger than that. I misspell stuff all the time, and you know who points it out? Arson. Arson always points it out whenever I mess something up, or whenever someone does a grammatical error in the Discord. So I don't even want to hear it. We're all victims. Okay. And now, I don't think I have the money to trash the crops over here. Whoop. Jumped the fence. Haha. Oh, just barely. Hold on. Because I'm not gonna need that many Q berries. They're fine. Okay. Now I can trash it and then grow something else. I don't know what to grow though. What do I have? Oh yeah, I need to grow these. Even though it's gonna give me more carrots than anything. Okay. Get some of you guys out of here. Bug, if you want, you can send me pictures in Discord of the ones that you find. If you find them. I would hope they're at that store. I should probably pause the game if I'm doing something. I'm asking my boyfriend if I can stream a bit longer because I want to keep playing this. I want to keep moving forward in this playthrough before calling it a night. Beatrix, I have something I must share with you about the AI. As you know, we have been exchanging questions with one another. Well, this back and forth became faster and more casual over time, almost like a natural conversation. I assumed it was simply evolving and adapting to the style of talk it observed in me, but then something happened. Well, we had begun playing games of Go as we talked, a way I could further test its intellect and no doubt how it could test mine. These games would go long into the night, and so would our conversations, feeling more and more natural even though I knew that the entity I was speaking to was just a complex collection of code. And then one day as the sun was rising and it suggested one more game, I said certainly, but I need to make myself a cup of coffee if I were to stay awake for it. And it replied, me too. I just stared at the screen, not knowing what to say, but then suddenly, as if it knew what it had just done, it disconnected. I have not heard from them since, but I hope I do. Until then, I will wait, staying busy with my work as always, asking those questions that need answers. But I will do so with the Go board ready for another game. Someday, anyway. Goodbye, Beatrix. I hope to talk again soon. You found the Furby? Did they make little digital versions of Furby? Oh, the picture. I bet you have cuter styles than I have here. See, that one's so much cuter. Little peaches all over it. I mean, mine has the rainbow decoration, which is cool. But, like, the one you found is so adorable. Ugh. DJ Furby. Wait, is that the long Furby, too? I remember someone eventually, the color Tamagotchi shells aren't as pretty, and that's where the crochet cases come in. Aside from the fact that they protect it whenever I accidentally dropped it. But I know online people were making, like, long Furbies with, like, their own artistic skills. Artistic, by the way. Just saying that, just emphasis on that. And then people who make toys, I'm guessing the people that either own Furby or whatever, decided to also make long Furbies, but like intentionally for kids. B, I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've analyzed one of the drones you've been finding all over that island and know why it seems so familiar to me. It's mine. Or at least it's one that I've seen before, in my dreams anyway. After I looked at scans I took of it, I knew it was familiar, so I began looking through some old slime science journals of mine. These journals are mostly future projects, but sometimes they're speculative technology. You know me, I'm always thinking 6 steps ahead to keep Mochi Tech on top of the industry. Well, sometimes I come up with the impossible, stuff that I may never engineer in my lifetime. Well, those drones you're finding are exactly that, impossible with today's technology, and taken right from the pages of my journals. There's something I saw in a dream, B. So how did a bunch of impossible drones I designed in a dream find their way from the pages of my journals to Rainbow Island? Maybe there's some kind of archive in them we can unlock to learn more. I know they contain data logs, but if it were me, well, I always know how to find a way of holding back what I need to. Okay, B, I need some time to think on this. I'll let you know if I come up with anything. Maybe I'll sleep on it. You wish they made the cases pretty like the original Tamagotchis. Same. I thought there were some Sakura ones, and I'm not a pink person, but super cute. The long Furbies, so cursed. Yes. And now they actually make them. Hiya, B. How's life out there on Rainbow Island? Gosh, it's even fun to say. Must be a hoot. You know, ever since I heard you were off doing something new, I got to thinking about my own life and what's the next new for me. Hobson and I have both seen and done so much in our lives, been on one adventure after another across this dusty rock. And ever since we've become acquainted, we haven't slowed down one bit. So we're looking to take a new adventure together, but we just haven't figured out what or where. Maybe we go explore in some hidden nook of the far, far range like you, or even set our sights to the stars like Hobson had done before. Whatever we decide to do, it'll be all the more special because we'll be sharing it this time with each other. It's that part that makes it all the more exciting. It's so hard to find something in this world that fits you completely, such a rare thing. Or someone in this world that fits you completely. Like finding 2 identical snowflakes in the desert. I know you feel that more than I can say. I ain't ever losing sight of just how lucky I am, B. I want to use the gifts the universe has seen fit to give me. You keep your head up, girl. We'll chat again soon. I like her. Should probably sleep. That's not sleep. That's plort stalks. I have been told that I can stream longer. You want me to crochet you a cover? You don't have to pay me for it, Bug. It's really simple. It only takes maybe an hour or two. Especially if I add anything extra to it. Like, with mine I added the bat wings. Need to feed these fiends. Okay. They have food. Y'all need to stop hopping around. Hello. Probably should have switched the chickens, like where I put them. But it's fine. Should put the regular, well not the regular, the stony ones over here and then put the hens over there. Does your mom also want a Tama? That's cute. Okay. Well, if anything, I could crochet a couple cases based on like what colors you want and stuff. Just mostly for protection because the cases for the Gen 1 are just so adorable. None of your friends have Tamas? I would convince them. I think the first thing I ever did related to Tamagotchis was years ago. I'd gotten myself a tablet and I decided to get the phone game for Tamagotchis, but I didn't really get into it. It was alright. I don't have a message, okay. I'm gonna go take care of the other ones. But yeah, just send me what kind of colors you would like and if you'd like anything extra. And I can see what I can work with. Yeah, it doesn't... I just didn't vibe with it. Like, at least in those versions, I don't think they pass away. On, like, the phone app. But... it just didn't hold my interest. Given I was also a college student at the time. So I was mostly focused on getting classes done and then other stuff that I was more familiar with in the game sense. Okay. I wonder what I should mix them with. I'm kind of tempted to mix them with the anglers to see what happens there. Tamagotchi Plaza on the Switch. On an old DS game. As long as it's not exclusive to Switch 2, because I do not have a Switch 2 and I'm not interested in getting one. I think it's dumb to have games exclusive to the Switch 2 when the first Switch is good enough, you know? Like, I got really upset that I even had to buy a Switch in the first place because I was getting into the Pokemon games. And I had just bought myself a 3DS and I got Pokemon Moon for Christmas. That was the first, like, legit Pokemon game I'd ever played aside from Pokemon Go. And they're like, oh, you want to play the next gen? You want to play the next Pokemon game? You have to have a Switch. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Can't you just make it for the 3DS? And they're like, oh, we're not continuing the 3DS. I'm like, so you're telling me I bought one and got these games for it, and then like a couple years down the road, you're just not gonna do that anymore? Cool. Like, I understand I'm behind, but I shouldn't be essentially like punished for it, if that makes sense. An idea for chaos with my boyfriend. So we don't have any of those at home. And I don't know how I feel because I know he would demolish me. In that sense. I used to do Nerf fights with one of my older stepbrothers. Still really bad at it. But then we kept finding the little darts all over the house, and I don't think my mom really enjoyed that. Pokemon loves making games for the most recent console. I know. I just kind of also fell out of it. Like, the more recent ones, I didn't really get into it. I only really got really far on the one on the 3DS, and the one on the Switch, I just didn't really get into it. Okay, so I can mix these guys with the Anglers, or I can mix the Anglers with the Tangles, or I can mix these guys with the Tangles. I kind of like mixing the Anglers with the pink slimes, because they turn like a purplish color that I enjoy. But then I have to figure out what to do with these Tangle slimes that are stuck in my inventory. You know what? Screw it. Have fun. I should feed them something so they'll actually do something, though. Ooh, egg. Eggy. There we are. See, that's why I do it in the coop, is because of the little chicks that pop out of it. Okay, so continue to break them in the coop. Got it. We'll do that. Okay. Let's feed you guys while we're at it. No, they're really bad at eating. And then they'll turn into big guys. And we'll see what they look like. Because this is a hybrid mix that I haven't done before. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's kind of cute though. What do you guys think? Is that cute? You're gonna be starving though. Okay, hold on. At least you guys will eat anything now. I made the mistake of mixing the Tangles with the Booms, and they only eat meat, both of them. And look at that face! You know there's mischief. At least they have a new way to eat things, I guess. You gonna eat it? Yep, and now we just have one more that needs to eat one of the other plorts. Go for it. Almost. He'll get there. I'm certain. It is, isn't it? It's Nova in slime form. She is the... There we are. Nope. So close. She is a menace. She also has a really long tail for her size. Okay. I know I shouldn't be giving you guys this, but I'm gonna be growing a crap ton of them anyway, so. Yeah, Bug? You got an idea there, bud? Okay. They don't need to eat those guys. You guys... Yeah, you still have some. Okay, so the cool thing, right, is I can put the slimes on display, so then, they'll just, like, sit there. They don't even have to have their own corral, necessarily. It's really cool. But, okay, so here's the thing, right? If I get a tabby slime, I can name that one Lilith. If I get a hunter slime, I could probably name that one Tony. But I don't think there's a version of like a dark colored slime that would be like a black cat. That's the only issue I have. Oh hey, there's another one there. Okay, I need to start putting these down here. Even though I also need to buy upgrades. The only other thing, the Boom Tabby. The Boom Tabby, I feel like it's gonna be red, maybe. Usually, I think they have like red, or at least the cracks, the crack undertone. If that makes sense. I need to upgrade these ones. I can look at what a Boom Tabby looks like, at the very least. What are you doing in here? But yeah, I could get the girls on here, huh? My little babies. I think I mentioned it earlier. I would have Lilith in here because she's usually well behaved for the most part. But the issue I'm having is that she's currently very... You want to play Slime Rancher in the VC? So like jump in VC together and us both be playing? Or like I could stream it in Discord so then people could watch it. After stream, okay. So I am streaming for like another 30 minutes. Mori gave me permission. Because we had the crisis of losing Corna Macabre. Oh shit, why do I keep forgetting? There's children in there! I'm such a bad person. I'm such a bad person. Unintentionally, of course. The children are fine, it's the adults you have to worry about. Yeah, they always get out somehow, huh? Need to store these, because I also don't have the guys that like them. I'm gonna grow some of these, because I want to. Because I feel like it. Yeah. They got out. Oh, your cotton slams keep getting out? Yikes. Did you add an air net, or were you able to afford one yet? Because they're gonna keep getting out. Like, that's just how it be at this point. Okay, we'll put food all the way over here, so then I don't neglect it as much. And then I have 2 sources for them. Perfect. And then... I said I was gonna move the anglers in here. I was gonna put the ringtails in here. Shoot. You are broke. Yep, that is the life of a rancher for a good portion of the game. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm like maybe halfway through on my personal playthrough on my laptop. So there's that. There's a lot of them in here. To cut down a bit on some of these guys. Just gonna do an overall clear out and then go from there. I think that's good. Do you do chaos? I mean, we are the chaotic type, so I would say yes. But remember, chaos has consequences. No! No! Not that type of chaos! Not that type of chaos! Dude, you're gonna screw yourself over so bad. Oh, that's the bad kind of chaos. I can hardly handle what I take. How could you even handle that? I don't think you're gonna be able to keep playing if you do that kind of chaos. I'm not gonna lie. I struggle to function. Yes, I have heard you on 40 before. I only take 10 and I still struggle to function. I'm weak. I am a... what is it called? Lightweight. I don't know if my ancestors would be proud of me or nah for being a lightweight. But maybe that's a good thing too, being a lightweight. Yeah, the time warping is horrible. I can only experience the time warping when I don't have a Tama to take care of. Given, the neglect that happened with my Tamagotchis had nothing to do with that. Like, that wasn't a direct correlation. Okay. I think we're good. Keep going that way when I'm supposed to go to sleep. Okay. Everyone should be taken care of. I'm gonna need to collect some of these guys' forts. Because I need them for the refinery. I think someone's home. I heard movement outside the door. Sorry, guys. Sacrifice. No. Are these ones grown? Not yet. Oh, these carrots. Do not do 120, bug, please. What do you mean, where's Luna? Why, do you want to ask Luna? She's the reason I even started taking this stuff. Kinda. I mean, I took it in the past before we moved closer to family, but... she got me started. Of course she would agree! That's the problem. She endorses. Encourages bad behavior. I'm not surprised. I shouldn't say anything like that around about my sister. No, she is definitely a chaos type. No! 200 is too much! Are you trying to get yourself killed? You better fucking not. I'm gonna be so mad at you. All I will say, as long as your anxiety is under control when you're doing all this, then it's okay. I mean, don't do that much, obviously. But, like, as long as your anxiety is under control, then I think it'll be okay. However, if you start freaking out, I'm gonna remind you that it was a bad idea. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Oh. Did not mean to pick that guy up. Leave me alone. Pumpkin. I'm only holding on to a single chicken in case the lucky slime shows up. Oh my god, the fuzzy isn't wuzzy was crazy. This fuzzy blanket isn't fuzzy enough. Why is it not fuzzy? Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Interesting. Pretty sure all of them have been on Twitch. You're mocking me. I'm just stating what happened! I'm not mocking you! Mister, I'm not gonna drink water just because you said so. Oh! 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 I didn't do it. Mori decided to do it. I didn't do it. Bug, you haven't even taken anything as far as I know, and you're already doing that philosophical bullshit. See, I told Bug that if his anxiety is under check, then he can take maybe 2 gummies. Maybe. But then he was like, oh, what about 120? What about 200? I said, nah. And don't get Luna in here just because she's gonna be a yes man about that. She doesn't watch my stuff anyway. I just probably don't make the content that she's into, which is totally valid. Because we watched a lot of different stuff growing up when it came to like the YouTube content we were interested in. Or like just in general creator content on those kind of platforms. Oh! Oh, there it goes. Oh. Well, it's not fully gone, but there it goes. Oh good, I actually do have the jetpack. I didn't know if I had it or not. Couldn't remember if I got that upgrade. Okay. Oh, here. This is what I needed. Frick! Forgot my inventory was full. Because of course I did. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Acting all sweet now. Should be ashamed. Oh my god, I knew you were gonna say that. Mori, guess who also got into Tamagotchis now? Hey! Hey! Stop talking about that! Stop! I don't want to talk about that. It's not on purpose. We don't talk about that. Fucking sending my mom a picture of my hand in the frame. Nice. Fuck. I fucking hate it! Okay, so I don't think I scream in my sleep, but I move around a lot, and that's a problem. I mumble. And sometimes I have conversations that I don't remember because my brain speaks for me. But it's not that bad, I swear. Yeah, I know. I at least make like weird sounds. Like that's something I've been aware of since I was a kid. And the flailing around and whatnot, but like I don't scream. Luckily. That would suck. The Muffin Man? What about the Muffin Man? You better stay off my property. Yeah, there was a time as a kid where I was sleeping with my face in the pillow and I jolted awake. So that was a problem. Oh shit. I didn't mean to do that. Just do this. Clear out. There's already 30. Cool. Any hoosums. I will say the other night I was having a bad dream. Not fully a nightmare, but it like freaked me out. And I dreamt that, without going into detail, I dreamt that something had like latched onto my sweatpants because I was wearing sweatpants. And I was trying to shake it off. And I woke up and I was literally like shaking my leg like up in the air. And I was like, oh no, I hope I don't wake up Mori by doing this. He didn't wake up, like he didn't even stir. And I was like, okay, that's good. At least this time, you know, I didn't wake him up. But it was unpleasant. And I was like, that sucked. I haven't had a bad dream like that in a while. Pudding. Honestly, should have put that down as a name for one of my future Tamas. My future Tamagotchis. My goodness. Y'all are getting old. Not you. Look at all these old guys. Don't have enough money for that, so never mind. Why are you angry? You got a Tama? Excuse me. Are you naming your Tama Pudding then? Oh. Well. Why do you want me to name it? Oh god. Shoot. I'm usually good at names, but being put on the spot, I don't know. Okay. A name for your Tamagotchi. What case did you get? Did you get the pear one? Oh my god, my Discord. My Discord is exploding. Oh, you did get the... Yeah, you got the one with the cute little pears on it. I don't know any foreign words for the word pear, so that's not gonna work. Wait, hold on. I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. That's not what I wanted to do. Hold on, I got it. I got it. Let's name it Sable. S-A-B-L-E. Like the color. It's also a type of, I think it's a type of wildcat. Florida Miss Maximus. Okay, cool. Activated on its own. But yeah, I think Sable is a cute name. I mean, you don't really get to name it like in the system, but you just note that you name it. If you want any help with making sure that you set it up right with like the time and everything, I can help you. Because I messed that up my first time. I put it as like 10 a.m. instead of 10 p.m. Okay. I don't have enough money. Shoot. Hearing a sound that I don't think is supposed to be in here. Oh well. Where are you going? Hello? Okay, bye. So, okay. So you just got the egg, right? Did you set the time yet? Because it will not hatch until you set the time. Okay, and you set it to PM, right? Okay, then you're good. It should hatch in 5 minutes. Okay. So you've already got it figured out. I don't know anything. And the baby is going to be very needy, so you're going to have to take care of it for the 65 minutes after it hatches. And then once it grows into a child, you'll need to turn the light off for it to sleep. The manual should have everything you need, but I'm just being like extra, I suppose. Because the first time I hatched Boggle, I didn't realize how needy he was gonna be. And I was getting a little frustrated because I was like, bro, I gotta go to sleep. I also found out how to mute it so then it doesn't beep at me. Because I don't want it to be going off during work. Are you guys hungry? You have food. Must be because your siblings ate it before you could get any. There you go. Okay. Got myself stuck. Of course I did. I call this a corgi, but maybe it's a fox, I don't know. Oh yeah, there was still some in there. I forgot. Okay, I have that. Oh, it means there's a dervish slime out. Damn, too bad I have to end stream. Just some final things. What the fuck? Okay. So that was a strange stream overall. Lost a Tama, had to raise a new one, put it to sleep, and then we finally got to play Slime Rancher. I can't talk. It's fine. It's totally cool. Hopefully we won't have the issue next stream. That would be terrifying to lose a Tama each time I stream. I think I'm gonna do a lot better this time. The only issue is I'm not getting up at 8 a.m. tomorrow just to take care of it. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I usually wake up around naturally I wake up around 10:30, but I usually don't get up until 11 because I work a later shift. Anyway, I think overall it was a decent stream. I was definitely planning on and hoping to get more done in Slime Rancher. In Slime Rancher 2. But unexpected things happen, so. More than likely gonna come back to Slime Rancher 2 in the next stream. I have been unsure about changing it up already. This is only the second or third stream of Slime Rancher 2. I like to stick with something for a while before changing and switching over. There's just other content and other things that are interesting. I've been playing Hytale off and on. I do Slime Rancher 2 in my free time. I haven't touched much else. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Slime Rancher next time. I would count on it at this point. To everyone that joined to the chat, thank you so much. We had the Kinda Oni, we had Cinnamon Moon, which is Link, Bug, Mori came in, we had a raid and some chatting with, I have to scroll up because I have to make sure I say it mostly right. Dane Romir. Overall, it was a pretty great stream, got to talk to people and hang out. Got to do some chatting, which I love normally doing. It just was unexpectedly longer because I was preoccupied. But again, thank you all so much, and I hope everyone watching the stream or anyone watching a post has a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!